Hey everybody, Bones here, Bones Garage, just bringing you update what's going on at the garage. So, 1952 Ford Custom, the shoebox. We have that beautiful motor in here. Look at how nice that is. We just finished painting it. Now remember, this car has been here for about a year and a half. When the old motor went bad, it took me probably just about a year to find a good flathead. One that hasn't been torn down, hasn't been bored out a million times. The old flathead that was in here, this cylinder and this cylinder as well as this cylinder had cracks between the valves at the exhaust. It was just really bad. Plus, the cylinders themselves had been bored out. So that motor was just done. There was nothing we can do to save it. It really was just done. So I went on the search. I finally found this motor. It had never been taken apart. Everything in it was original. It had never been bored out. None of the cylinders had cracks in them on the block. It was just such a great motor to find. So we got it, had it totally rebuilt, painted it, put it in. We now have the transmission in. We also put a brand new clutch setup in here. We went from a 9.5-inch clutch to an 11-inch clutch because the 9.5s are getting hard to find. Not only that, but they're also way more expensive than the 11-inch. The 11-inch is a very common clutch. It's a Borgenbeck style 3-finger diaphragm clutch. So it all worked out really nice. I can't wait to start this up. I can't wait to get both carburetors back on. And that's another thing we changed. The carburetors right here, these are the two carburetors that were originally on the car when we got it. When we first got it, this carburetor, which was the rear carburetor, was blocked off. They had built a plate that went underneath it. It was all show. It's the only thing it did. So we went ahead and rebuilt it. While we were rebuilding it, we noticed that the boosters on the two carburetors are different, which is going to give a really different fuel mixture between the two because of the way they're set up. This is one booster right here for this carburetor, and you can see how different this booster setup is. And the way it delivers the fuel is also different. If you look closely, you can see the accelerator pump nozzles right there. See those two little nozzles sticking out? See how much shorter these are and how narrow they are? These are much bigger in diameter and longer. So they're going to give a different shot when you hit the gas pedal, as well as the way the booster itself sits inside the venturi of the carburetor. They are very, very different. This one's going to aerate the fuel much better. It's going to atomize the fuel much better than this one is. This one's also going to deliver more fuel than this one will or could. So I found another carburetor where it comes with this set of boosters on it, and we're going to take this booster off and make this carburetor exactly like this carburetor. There you go with that. And then we're going to put it on. And now one of the things that probably brought this motor or helped bring this motor to an end was they had this blocked off, this carburetor. They only had this carburetor working. Well, this carburetor sits towards the front two cylinders. So this cylinder and that cylinder were getting really good fuel mixture. They were actually running a little bit too rich. Same thing with this cylinder, but it was a little bit better on the rich side. It was a little bit leaner than these two cylinders were than these two cylinders. This cylinder was running even leaner than this cylinder, and this cylinder back here, these two, were running extremely lean, way lean. The plugs, when they came out, they were bright white, paper white. So we know that these two cylinders on the rear were burning really hot. And that's probably part of what caused these valves back here to start cracking, all the block between the valves to start cracking. So there you go. We are going to have this really nice. We're going to make a lot of changes. It's going to run really good. Running over my time limit. I will keep you up to date as we go, guys. Sorry it was a long video again. I got more to tell you about this car. I'll get you in another video. Have fun? Okay, bye.